Hey, this is just a quick intro as to what the video you're watching is, but Datadragon and ipenguin and I were talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on Discord, and I decided to record the conversation. I opened it up with our main overall segment, and I'm going to be doing a solo video that goes in-depth as to what we could probably see that is more likely, but this is just us getting our thoughts out. Anyway, enjoy the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to N-SightMSG. My name is N-Sight. I am joined today by Datadragon. Good gravy, I almost forgot your name, dude.
It's a fine.
I'm joined today by Datadragon, a friend of mine on Discord, and we're here to talk about what's left to announce for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, over the course of the past few months, they've revealed slowly but surely stuff ever since E3. I believe our last news update we got Isabelle announced for Super Smash Bros. And the game is only about 2 months away now. And we're probably going to get another update similar to what we got in August this upcoming month. And I've written down some bullet points as to what we could see in this update or something along those lines, as well as some things that we may want to talk about just here, there, everywhere. Whatever it can be, one way or another, just what stuff that might be in the game based on rumors or even just details that retailers have had. So starting out, we're gonna hit the big one, get it right out of the gate. Do you think early on into this upcoming direct, we don't have an announcement for it, it's not even out there yet, do you think they're gonna show off the green mode on the main menu?
That'd probably happen closer to the release date, in my opinion.
Maybe. I mean, well, look at it this way. We're past the halfway point. At this point, this would probably be the big news blow.
They're probably not announcing anything during October. They're slowing down the announcements.
Okay, maybe. On top of that, do you have any ideas as to what that mode might be? I've got a few theories. Big one being the big one being a story mode of sorts.
Kind of like the one before.
Kind of like Subspace Emissary, but more toned down, if you will. Something you can do. Something you can do to unlock all the characters, but it won't be. It won't be too involved, if you will.
Or something similar to Project Cross Zone, since how big this crossover is.
Probably. Even then, we may not even get voice lines similar to how Subspace Emissary had 0 voiced lines. The only voice line that I know of in the entire Subspace Emissary was Captain Falcon's signature Falcon Punch. That's the only thing that was spoken. And it was one time, one scene when we see Captain Falcon hopping out of the Blue Falcon. Yeah!
Everyone except Steve.
Yeah, we saw that. Except Steve!
If you remember that Runaway Guys episode.
Yeah, people hate Chugga Conroy for ruining Let's Playing Pikmin 3, or just Pikmin in general, because of his story about Steve.
His 3 was okay.
Oh, his 3 was pretty fun. Yeah, as for what we can see out of that, I'm definitely thinking that we're gonna see a confrontation of some sort. And it's not just like, oh, it's event matches like there were in
I think
Smash
it's gonna be
Bros.
something
4.
to do with like the villains. It's probably the reason we're either
probably
getting Shadow, or one of the new characters is somehow Eggman.
Well, we're probably gonna we've got later on in the list.
Sorry.
I've got possible remaining fighters, so we'll come to that. We'll come to that eventually. But for right here, we may see bigger bosses that were previously unrevealed. For example, we've got Dracula.
I see a monster.
We've got the Monster Hunter boss, Rathalos.
Who's also a trophy for some reason.
Yeah. Exactly. But on top of that, we haven't seen. We may be able to get the 3 stage bosses as bosses in this mode. Something you would actually fight and take down. Because right there, they've got 5 bosses.
That Kate Roll thing just really thinks that mode's going to be something about villains, heroes versus villains.
Probably. Or maybe that's how we unlock all of the characters. And that may just be may be my brain going wild, but there's something going on there, and it's big. And we don't know how big it is, but it's got to be big.
Yeah, because this seems to be telling the history of Smash. That's why I also think it.
Yeah, that might be.
And it's gonna be, and it's gonna be something
Anyway.
with like Master Hand and like Tayo and Taboo are just gonna join forces. That would be the thing. They probably end up joining forces, and then they're the big villain.
Probably. At the very end of the mode, it's just Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
And the guy from Subspace. Tayo.
Oh, Taboo. Yeah, if we get Taboo back, I don't care where he is in the game, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah, imagine wearing...
Like, I'll be happy anyway, even if he doesn't come back,
Hand
but...
and Crazy Hand as his gloves.
Oh, what? Oh, man, that'd be insane.
That would just be
Well, as for other bosses for what we could see in there, I'm gonna do a proper video a little later, but... For bosses that are unreleased, I brought up different ones in my Elma video, and I want to get your opinion on this because we've got other bosses that could be revealed to be they're here in the game, they're in this mode, they're bosses that you fight in these big stages. Which I know I missed quite a few in the video. I thought of some after which. But I want to see, just right off the bat, how many bosses we think could be in there.
A lot.
Well, probably a lot. Off the top of my head, I know that from the Sonic series, I mentioned Perfect Chaos or the Bio Lizard. And those are pretty iconic.
I'm not sure how that work with bosses.
But
I could see Eggman being a boss and not a character.
Yeah, that would probably
and then,
be closer.
Shadow or Metal Sonic being the other characters. I don't see a Fire Emblem boss because they're pretty much all the same size. And there's too many, and people would complain that, oh god, another Fire Emblem character.
Well, okay, in that case, it would probably be something different. Like, for example, if we were fighting against, Garen from Fire Emblem Fates, and if you're looking for a reference to which fight I'm talking about the Chapter 27 fight with Garen in Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, specifically. Basically, he's a big old sludge monster, taller than any of your characters. That could transition very well into Smash as a boss, because he uses an axe, it's not a sword-based character. But it's also more monstrous than it is humanoid.
One of the Xenoblades getting a boss.
Okay, I brought that up in Elma's video. There are tons of them that you could bring in from the original Xenoblade Chronicles, or Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or X. And if we get one from X, that almost seals the deal as something that hints that Elma's in. It does. Enough about Elma, though. But for the Xenoblade series as a whole, if it's not party members that you remember, it's usually the bosses that you remember. We could be fighting... we could just get Metal Face in the Gower Plain stage, and that would be it. And I'd still be fine. But I think for the bosses we could see that would fit into this mode, maybe we could get the Territorial Rothbart. Which goes by a different name.
I did. Malus.
Malus would be a pretty good one.
As an unplayable character, but an actual fight just in the mode.
An actual fight would be pretty nice.
I could
Artifice Ion would be an idea.
Rex and Pyra teaming up as like a two-person. I know this is bringing up the character thing, but I could see us very similar to Ice Climbers with Blade and Driver.
Now, that brings up an interesting point. A lot of people are thinking about Rex. Well, yeah. People have been thinking about Rex and Pyra as an Echo Fighter for Shulk, whereas instead of changing which Monado arts he has, he'll change which blade he has, Mithra or Pyra, one of those two.
I would not complain.
Not a lot of people are all for it. But the way that you describe it, being more like the Ice Climbers, where it's two people in combat at the same time, that makes a lot more sense.
As an Ice Climbers Echo, weirder what?
Exactly. Well, maybe not an Ice Climbers Echo.
It's kind of weird.
Imagine both of them going out with little wooden hammers. Just like.
Here's the weirder thing. I could see Final Fantasy getting another character. And
I definitely could as well.
Bosses.
Square Enix has been a little tight-lipped on that. They've been
They're releasing a bunch of
tight-lipped
Final
on their
Fantasy
series.
for Switch.
True. If we get another Final Fantasy character, I would point my finger towards Sephiroth.
Or I could see Lightning.
Not only would it be in line with what we get, not only would it be in line with Cloud getting a villain, but it would also be from the same game, and they wouldn't have to draw another stage. Or Tifa would be pretty good as well.
Echo Fighter of Mac. No, they're similar.
I was thinking of Glass Joe being an Echo Fighter for Little Mac, but
one.
Yeah, I could kind of see that.
And then you have the summons, which are the possible bosses of Final Fantasy.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. We could have in the story mode, or boss mode,
Sephiroth is a boss
because
because of his final boss form.
Good point. I didn't think about that. That would work out really well. Yeah, because
that would be the reason to incorporate Tifa instead of Sephiroth as a playable character.
That would make more sense if we did it that way. Alright, so I think we're good in that aspect. Let's move on to challenges and event modes. I wanted to bring this up real quick. Do you think we'll see the challenges and events that we saw from Smash Bros. Wii U and Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where you play as a certain character under certain conditions? Do you think we'll see that coming back?
I don't know. I doubt we see
I feel like it's a staple of...
game. I don't see...
We're not getting Smash Tour back. I highly doubt that. Yeah, we've already got Smash down. Yeah, for the event mode, I'm talking specifically like they choose the character for you. Yeah. You're going in against, like, for example, there was an event in Smash Wii U where you were playing as Mario and you had to basically KO Donkey Kong and Bowser at the same time. Yeah. Do you think we'll see one of those back?
One of the features I hope that returns.
Just wanted to mention that real quick.
Fun with this one is Pit and Snake's Easter egg chats.
Oh man,
I
forgot to write that down. Do you think?
I hope.
Do you think it? I'm praying and hoping as well. But do you think we're gonna get fourth wall breaking, where Palutena joins in on the call when Solid Snake is doing that on Shadow Moses Island?
Yeah, when they're talking, yeah. I can see.
I'd love to see that.
Or like the,
and vice versa.
Interrupting each other because they're actually talking about the two characters that are versing.
That would be so good. Oh man. I really want to. I really want that to be a thing.
They could have so much fun with that.
Well, this has not been confirmed or denied, so we haven't had.
We could get Hades as a boss.
Oh man, I want that so bad.
Because
I want that so bad. I don't care which form of Hades. I just want him as a boss. Like, have him in the background. We fight him essentially like we're fighting, those Sonic bosses from Sonic Rush.
Boss fight modes, like new ways to fight the bosses. Like in this imagine
that
a menu
would also be interesting.
Appearing at one point, like during a fight, and you can go. Yeah, kind of like how it's ATVs,
okay.
like the action.
That could definitely be
how
fun.
Final Fantasy has the action time battle systems.
All right. Out of all of the things that we've talked about so far, I think we'll probably see something similar to this. So we'll probably get an idea on what Spirits Mode is. If not this month, then probably next month.
November.
That's what the community has dubbed the green mode for those of you who haven't been paying too much attention. Anyway, moving on. I want to talk briefly about this. Custom moves and equipment pieces. They were a big thing in Super Smash Bros. 4 on the Wii U and 3DS, but so far we have zero evidence to suggest that they're coming back. We have evidence of the opposite, actually, that custom moves and equipment pieces may be left behind this time. I mean, that was the whole reason why Palutena existed in 4, was to introduce custom moves and the special equipment pieces, and essentially show off, hey, you can actually have multiple special moves, you can create custom fighters, Amiibo can work that way. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, like, but her counter and her reflect are now the exact same move. Which would suggest that they're gone forever.
One thing I'm really curious about is how is that Monster Hunter stage going to work? Because that doesn't seem normal.
Well, it looked like that was a boss arena. So that was one of those things. Like when we looked at Dracula, he wasn't actually fighting on the Dracula's castle stage. That was just a giant, like, flat stage. And you couldn't.
It actually fall off. You had to it was an outright get knocked off.
I believe that's what it was shown as. Like when you were fighting Dracula, that's what the arena was. It was meant to be like a boss fight,
or just a
so it was a flat ground all the way across.
It could be like another like state level where you could just fight, but you don't have to worry about the fall.
I don't think it would be that. If we had if we had a Monster Hunter stage and Rathalos was a stage hazard, they would have mentioned that in the prior big news blowout back in August. So that's probably just a boss-based arena for that.
Yeah. Monster Hunter.
Anyway, so we talked about the custom moves. I mentioned Amiibo real quick.
Monster Hunter.
But we want to talk. But I want to talk briefly about
weapons, custom items.
Maybe. We might be seeing those later. We haven't seen all of the items. We haven't seen all of the assist trophies. We could probably see something along those lines in the item category. And we don't have a definite number on how many items there are. I'm just hoping that the Gust Bellows is gone. Yeah, good riddance. Anyway, I wanted to talk briefly about Amiibo for a second. I did mention it. But specifically about something that happened a little while ago. Best Buy, when they put the Wolf, Inkling, and Ridley Amiibo up on their site for pre-order, the description said that you'd be able to unlock the characters using the Amiibo. Do you think that's one of the quicker ways that they're implementing Amiibo? Just, you can fight alongside or fight against your Amiibo, or you could use your Amiibo to unlock those characters for you. If it was implemented, do you think it would be a good idea to have that implemented as an optional way to unlock everything? Not really pay to unlock, but For me, I've got
but
tons
I've
of
not-
amiibo. Almost like the only Smash Brothers amiibo that I'm missing are Villager, Olimar, and
I don't own
Bowser
any.
Jr.
Yeah, man.
Okay, but do you think it would be fair for me to be able to unlock all of the characters on my game
I don't
just
think-
from having those amiibo
don't
already in my stash?
Not
saying that it would replace unlocking it the regular way.
I'm not sure.
But I'm asking, like, do you think they would
might piss
implement
off a
it
bunch
as,
of- if
hey,
they do it,
you've already
they might
paid
piss
12
off a bunch of
bucks,
people.
you may as well. It might. It might. But then again, like, unlocking the characters in the first place wasn't too hard in the past, and the only one it was actually kind of hard to unlock everybody in was... No, the only one it was kind of hard to unlock everybody in was in Melee, where you had to get, like, an absurd number of matches. In Smash for the Wii U and 3DS, the Wii U required you to do 100 matches to unlock all 8 fighters that it had locked. And for the 12 fighters, you just had to unlock 120 on the 3DS. So that might just be that. Unlock... It is possible that we might unlock the fighters through the spirit mode, the boss mode, and that we'll just get another spirit of a character anytime we defeat a boss. That could be something along those lines. Or, again, it could be a story mode, and we'll team up with other characters, and once they're added to our team, they're added to our fighting roster.
Campaign. Because, like, in Dragon Ball Fighters, they have the hero's arc and the villain arc. Where you'd play as the heroes in one and the villains in the other. And then they would be joined up for final mission.
That does make sense.
Sorry for the Sonic! The final story.
Okay. Alright. Now to the good stuff. Possible remaining fighters. Let's start with newcomers. Brand new newcomers that are not going to be based off of another fighter. Who do you think we could see? Not who do you think we will, who do you think we could see?
Something from Bethesda.
Out of the...
They've been really missing.
Maybe.
Nintendo and Bethesda recently just been having fun. Yeah.
They've been kind of buddy-buddy. But considering the franchises that we have, do you think we have many newcomers that could fit into that new fighter category?
Not sure. Because a lot of fighters could echo a lot of others.
Good point. Excluding echoes, though, I do think that possibilities exist for
and
Geno.
A few different Pokemon.
Geno's a big one.
Yeah.
Most likely. Rumors have been circulating about a Gen 7 Pokemon.
That's already in Let's Go.
Maybe.
No, Gen 8. That's
Although
Gen 8.
for... Well, no. That's Gen 8.
Yes,
we haven't seen anything for Gen 8. Aside from the one that was revealed in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. But no, we haven't seen anything of the games in Gen 8. So we're still kind of in the dark about that.
Bethesda is... maybe something from Blizzard.net, but that's pushing it. But
that's
it could
definitely
happen because
pushing
they're
it.
bringing Diablo to the Switch.
They are. I think they don't have as good a partnership with Nintendo as not really Bethesda does, but I think they don't have as good of a partnership as Capcom does. Or even as Square Enix does. Because Square Enix, at this point, has basically rolled out the red carpet. Hey, Octopath Traveler did exceedingly well on your platform. Here's 15 other games for you to put on your platform. A lot of them are fan favorites, and they'll draw in money. You'll make money, we'll make money, we'll get more people on your platform. Just...
Yeah,
it was a really good publicity stunt there, and I think...
particularly... whether or not Bethesda has spoken to Nintendo about his runs. Oh, yeah. Oh. They could. Doom guy.
Oh God.
Or Diablo. Or there's your boss. No, that would be from.
There you go.
That would be from BattleNet.
If we get, I don't think.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't think we'll see Doom Guy, and I don't think we'll see Elder Scrolls or any fighters from Bethesda or from Blizzard, but we might see bosses from them. It would be a good publicity for those games if they had bosses, because it's like, oh, I can fight this guy and I can choose my own character. That makes a lot of sense. For something for Diablo or for not Skyrim, but Fallout, if Fallout comes to the Switch. But even then, out of what we can see from those, I highly doubt that we're gonna get the main characters.
Why?
Because of a few things. One, if they were to try and implement Doom Guy, he relies on glory kills. And for those of you who watched the prior stream, this past weekend, keep in mind this is being recorded October 1st. You'll know that those are bloody kills that destroy the opponent.
All the things they've
done some messed up stuff with that.
I could see Skyrim's Dragonborn as the using shouts, or using bow and arrow being an echo of Link, but with shouts. I could see that as well, but then again, think about how many Links we have in the game. We've got 3. We've got Breath of the Wild Link. The little cartoons from like all the Fallout.
Mm-hmm. How easily would it be to implement him into Smash? He is 2D. How easy would it be to implement him into Smash? Yeah, I can't really think of many moves off the top of my head that would fit. Alright. So, on to Echo Fighters. The one Echo Fighter that a lot of people have been speculating on. Well, that's the one Sonic Echo Fighter. And I highly agree. If any Sonic representative is going to make it in as an Echo Fighter, it's got to be Shadow. There's no other Echo Fighter.
I guess a natural character from the other franchise, Tails, could get his own entry.
That's what I was going to say as well. Related to Echo Fighters, but not quite. Tails. If we get Tails as a regular fighter, we might get Shadow as an Echo. And you got 3 different Sega representatives right there. As for Echo Fighter that somebody has been, or a lot of people have been speculating and theorizing, and some people have shown leaks for, we could probably see Ken from Street Fighter be a Ryu Echo.
And
it just makes so much sense. He was the original
Echo.
I would see him more as a solo character, like a brand new fighter, but I would expect him to be added in as DLC if they get the green light for it. So less of a I don't really want to say combatant, because that's just the way it is, but less of an Echo, more of a standalone fighter in that regard, but something they could implement at the last minute based on surging popularity. And if we get both Elma and Rex in the game in the whole game for Xenoblade representatives, I would see Elma being part of the base game and Rex being part of the DLC.
I just thought of someone else.
Because go ahead.
It's from It's technically the Sonic area. Knights.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, that would be Sega, but that would be another Sega representative, and that would be a really good idea.
Knights.
It was a pretty popular series, but remember the fact that the game's not really as popular now as
but it was like
back when it first came out.
Someone wanted to get into.
That's a good point. I've seen people advocate for a new fighter that a lot of people adore, but would never happen based on licensing problems. Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
That's only if Square says yes.
Yeah, well, no, Disney is the problem. We got to go through Disney, and they are being a bit... Like, the whole reason that Kingdom Hearts is taking so long is based on... Well, not only based on development time, but also before development even begins, Disney has to greenlight anything and everything that involves their characters. So the characters in the main setup, Sora, Riku, Kairi, Xehanort, those characters that basically could star in their own Final Fantasy game, they don't have to be checked off by Nintendo. Not Nintendo. They don't have to be checked off by Disney. But Sora is such an integral,
I just thought another weird one.
Team member with
Bandai Namco. Okay.
I'll let you say it in a second, but for Sora, he's so connected to Donald and Goofy that if they were going to do a Final Smash for Sora, they would have to implement Donald, Goofy, or another Disney character in there to basically prove, oh yeah, he's our Disney collaboration there. But I don't think that Disney would allow that in one of Nintendo's main games, based on a couple of things that are happening recently. Anyway, you had another fighter that you thought...
Start to think. Tales. Someone from Tales of. Like the Tales band.
Tales of. Like... Tales... Because Tales of Zestiria was announced.
Vesperia.
Was it Zestiria?
There is someone.
Okay. But one of them was announced to be coming out.
If you've seen how Yuri plays in the Tale games, he can be an outright nice echo of someone.
Yeah. Pretty much. Lloyd, I could see being a standalone fighter if they implement him into the game. And that would make sense from a Bandai Namco perspective, because right now they only have Pac-Man as a representative. They don't have a boss. They only have one Pac-Man stage. It's just Pac-Man, the music,
I guess the other thought for Square
and
Enix
stuff
is
he brings.
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, well, Dragon Quest is a more spread out series. I could definitely see them implementing something Dragon Quest related, but maybe not a fighter. Maybe we'll see a boss or an assist based on Dragon Quest. Although that would also bring up the question, would we also get Dragon Quest music in there? And would that be a part of the Final Fantasy stage?
Why he has a chance in. They let Bayonetta in.
Well, they did, but it was mainly due to a fact that Platinum Games had sort of a partnership for Bayonetta. And it's still easily implemented based on how she fights. And what they did was they were able to make it T-rated, but for Doom Guy, a lot of his stuff is more gritty, realistic, and not as flashy. Like, you could tell Bayonetta is having fun
I could see
whenever she's in Smash. Doom Guy is not gonna have fun. He'll be destroying everything, and it'll be a little complicated. Let's just say that. But out of all of the different representatives, I think those are some possible ideas that we could get. And one little last thing, this is more of me and the theater geek inside me talking, but I was taking a look at the footage, and we have 30 plus Street Fighter songs coming to Smash Brothers. And in the prior game we only had 6. We have 36 coming into Ultimate. If the direction is to be believed.
Article.
Okay. Oh, you put it in... Oh, you put it in Discord.
Read that
okay.
title.
Blizzard would love to have Diablo in Smash Bros. Ultimate. And Bowser in a Blizzard game. Really? Alright, I'm leaking this article on screen for you guys.
This is from Nintendo Life, too.
This is from Nintendo Life, too. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, that's something to think about.
Goku!
Back to the song requests.
Goku, I know Goku has a chance.
No. I don't want
know how
Goku in.
likely
I
it
don't
is,
want
though.
Goku in. Here's the reason why... No. Here's why I don't think Goku's gonna get in.
Echo!
Lucario exists. The reason Lucario exists... No. The reason Lucario exists is to be a Nintendo version of Goku.
That's why it's an Echo.
Like, that's what he is.
They could.
I don't think they would do that. Not only would you be lumping in... Like, Echoes have followed the pattern so far. They could change this pattern. But they have followed 3 solid rules. They're based off of a main fighter that has been announced at some point. They have a lot of similarities, if not pretty much one-for-one with some mechanic changes. And they're from the exact same series.
Lucario,
right? As the main fighter.
Lucario is so similar to Goku, that's why the Echo is so...
The voice actor is probably the only... the
and
voice actor, the martial artist, that's something... I think that was their answer to people saying... Goku should be in Smash Brothers. They're like, oh, Goku is in Smash Brothers. He's in the form of Lucario. Like, I don't want Goku in Smash Brothers because it means that any anime character can make it into a following Smash Brothers game. And that doesn't sit well for me. That means we could possibly be getting... Like, that just leaves it open for Optimus Prime to make it in, which... Fine and dandy.
I could see Megatron as a boss.
I love Optimus Prime. I could see Megatron as a boss. I would love to see them in Smash Brothers, but again, that's just me being the crazy me. I don't think they're built for Smash Brothers. Is my intention. Is my thought. I don't think they're built to be the bosses. I don't think they're built to be good fighters in Smash Brothers. It's just not really a good fit marketing wise. But for back to song requests, let's stay on this for a second. One thing I'm excited for is that Sonic is getting 6 new tracks for the Sonic series. And I theorized quite a bit on what those tracks could be. And if we're just basing it off of whether or not we're getting Shadow in, that totally changes the name of the game. If we're getting Shadow in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate...
If we're getting Shadow.
We are. Let me see if I can... Alright, I've got the file that I had pulled up. I wrote out a video in... I'm not going to release this video because a lot of this I've already said.
It would be... them
like, there are different music tracks that could fit.
From Tales of Vesperia into Smash Bros. Would be a nice little like tribute because the game is coming to Switch.
It would be... It is.
And it's 10th anniversary.
That would always help.
Yeah.
Yeah. As for what we could get through Shadow being an Echo Fighter, his theme song, All Hail Shadow, is one. Both...
one of my all-time favorite things from him.
That is pretty fun. Final Haunt from the game Shadow the Hedgehog, or I Am All of Me. Those could be both good ones. One thing that I thought was really interesting was that in Sonic Forces, they had remixes for his Westopolis theme and Supporting Me. Both of those were from that era, or the GameCube era of Sonic games. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was Supporting Me, and Shadow the Hedgehog was the Westopolis theme. If they brought those back for Sonic Forces, and they're thinking about including Shadow as an Echo Fighter,
Metal
maybe
Sonic.
we'll see those two themes in Smash Ultimate. If we get Metal Sonic, then what I'm made of.
No,
like, that's
no,
the
it's
only
also
song you can
the
associate with
technical
them.
opposite villain of Son.
That's...
He's technically
yeah,
a
you're right on that.
villain, unless you try to incorporate Eggman somehow.
I mean, Eggman could...
His robots...
we've talked about this earlier.
bosses.
His robots would be pretty good as bosses, yes. We could definitely see that. Out of all of the different stuff that we could see in Sonic music, I'm grasping at straws here because I really want Shadow to be in the game, but out of stuff that he could change, he could be bringing those little side music tracks into the main game, and I'd really adore that. That would be awesome.
Who knows? We could all be crazy right now.
Yeah, who knows at this point? I mean, I'm grasping at straws anyway, but still.
Here's a reason Diablo
then...
kind of has a strange shot. What? Something that appears in November? BlizzCon. Before
BlizzCon
Smash
does appear in
comes
November.
through.
So if they were... So,
that's
a month before Smash comes out. If we're getting an announcement...
punching
if we're getting an announcement there...
Trying to get into the Smash Bros. You could see Diablo.
That would definitely be interesting. But it would make for a nice little...
also is coming to Switch.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the iconic stuff in Diablo. Is Diablo more focused on the monsters or more focused on the character?
It's an RPG. Action RPG. Top. Diablo's just...
Again, that doesn't quite...
Monster Hunter.
Is it more of a... Is it more of a monster focus?
Yeah, you're trying to
You
take
develop the
down
character
Diablo.
yourself. Are there any super iconic monsters off the top of your head that would fit perfectly as boss monsters? Because if that's one of the things that is super iconic for Diablo, then we might... Okay.
You would have to look at the game. Here's another reason.
So it's more of a location-based game.
The
Okay.
special edition, the edition that it's getting, you're getting some Ganondorf-looking armor sets in Diablo 3.
Dude, this is what happens when I go to sleep.
Oh, we have a newcomer!
New challenger approaches.
I'm sorry, I was...
Pretty much, yeah. We're in the middle of recording a quick video that's going up. Everyone, ipenguin12 from twitch.tv. Or not twitch.tv, but from Discord. ipenguin12.
Sorry, that is just kind of busting here.
It's fine. I wanted to say real quick, it's perfect that we're here. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Do you have any final wishes for what you'd like to see added to Smash Brothers? We've just to recap real quick, we've talked about different bosses that we want implemented. We mentioned challenge modes. We talked about Rex and Pyra being their own standalone fighter, maybe Elma being included. I mentioned Gino. We didn't really talk about him. We mentioned Tails. We mentioned Shadow. We mentioned whether or not Bethesda could get. Again, please, no Goku. That's Shonen Jump that we'd have to talk to.
Who knows? Because there is Jump Force.
Again, YD.
I mean, Jump Force is Jump Force, but remember, the reason why I don't think Goku's gonna make it is down to him being an anime character first.
The article I ended up posting with Blizzard going, wait, this could happen.
Yeah.
The Lord of Terror could
there's
join.
that. But real quick, any final wishes that are definitely plausible, but just things you would like to see in Super Smash Brothers? Stuff that we haven't really talked
More
about.
mini games because I like the that lawn kicking the home run derby thing, but I want like more like mini games.
So
Or just
more
silly little
stadium
things you can do.
style games. Okay, I'm pretty sure stadium mode is coming back. That's been a staple of the series.
Smash. And the target breaker mode.
Yeah.
The melee styled or the brawl and Smash 4 styled, where if it's character based or whether it's
But no, not
whether
the full
it's
one where you don't shoot a bomb into the targets.
No, like yeah.
Oh, you're talking no. I mean like where it's a stage for each character, or whether it's a certain stage for each level,
I
and
guess
any
the
character
thing I
can go to any
mostly
level.
want is the Easter egg chat.
Yeah, that would probably
Yeah,
be
just
something to look forward to.
It's gonna have some interesting things to say about like Dark Samus. I have a feeling.
And again,
Or the new look on Link and Zelda.
sorry for busting in here.
It's fine. We're just wrapping up.
No, it's totally fine. Stick around for a little bit. And then for... I want to say that Gino's going to be in. What do you think
Pretty
his
high.
chances of being in are? Because everybody and their brother wants Gino in Smash, to some degree. I mean, yeah, that's another Kerpoo representative, but... Here's my one thing that I'm just like, I don't think he would make it in Smash. There are so many Mario characters already that we're probably not going to get another Mario character.
Not any like Fire Emblem. I see Fire Emblem bosses, but no new Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah, if we do get another Fire Emblem character, it would be an Ike Echo.
That's it.
Nothing else. And that would probably only be, out of all the different Ike Echoes there would probably be either Hector with the axe, or the Black Knight, Zephyus, I think was his name. Zephyus. I have gotten it wrong before and thought that the Black Knight was Sir Gawain, but Sir Gawain is actually Grail from the Grail Mercenaries. I completely forgot about that.
They could actually incorporate one more Mario character and be completely trolling us and saying that Waluigi's an assist trophy and himself.
Wow.
That would alright, that would make my day. That would make my... No. That would make my decade. That would make my decade. Just be like, Waluigi's in Smash. Oh yeah, he is also an assist trophy. Thank you, Sakurai!
John from Canada say that.
Oh, I would... That would make everybody's day. The internet would explode, the apocalypse would come, chaos would be everywhere.
And Goku would be in Smash.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Please, no.
The reason why I don't think Begin will make it is because he doesn't have many moves besides a few.
Not based off of the assist trophy itself. But remember what he was
member
originally.
and
He was a
Super
tennis
Mario.
doubles...
Right.
No, he was doubles for Wario in tennis. Waluigi was doubles for Wario in tennis.
Yeah.
That's how he was designed. So when we have, I don't know, if we would get Waluigi in Smash, it's got to be something after he gets his own standalone game, if that's even possible at this point. I'm still a big advocate for Waluigi's apartment. I really want that to be a thing.
Wow, Luigi.
It looks like it takes place in a hotel.
Luigi's Bride Boutique?
Yeah,
No.
Oh god.
No.
I think that's where we're gonna end it for today.
Yeah.
We're gonna get off track even more and more. Thank you all so much for tuning back into Mindset Games. Now we want to hear from you guys. What do you think could be implemented into Smash Brothers? What do you think you would like to see announced? Who do you not want to see, or who do you want to see implemented as a fighter or a boss? Let us know in the comments below. As always, guys, thanks for joining me. Not for a stream this time, but for a video.
And
Which is definitely interesting.
Sorry for busting in late.
Oh, no, it'll be fine.
It's fine. He's only on for half an hour because he has to go to sleep.
I've got things to do at this point soon.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning back into Mindsight Games. My name is N-Sight. I'm joined by Datadragon and ipenguin12.
Yo.
I still never going to leave.
And we'll see you all guys next time. Bye.